Hello everyone, welcome back to online teaching of science lecture. Today we will start our fourth lesson, current, electricity and magnetism. Current, electricity. A large current flows when lightning takes place from a cloud to the ground. While sensation is felt by us due to a microscopically small current flowing to our brain. You also know that the current flowing through wires, electric bulbs and equipments in the house. In the electric cells of a radio or in a car battery, a current is produced by the flow of both negatively and positively charged particles. Electrostatic potential. Water or a liquid flows from a higher level to a lower level. Heat always flows from a body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. Means heat is always flow from higher to lower temperature. Similarly, there is a tendency of the positive charge to flow from a point of the higher electric level to a point of lower electric level. The electric level deciding the direction of flow of electric charges is called electrostatic potential. Potential difference. Similar to the height of a waterfall, the temperature difference of hot and cold bodies. The difference between the potential of 2 points, that is the potential difference. The unit of potential difference in SI system is volt. Electrical charge flowing through a wire in 1 second can be called unit current. The SI unit of electric current is coulomb per second or ampere. 1 ampere is equal to 1 A. Means you can write the capital A for ampere is equal to 1 coulomb per 1 second is equal to, you can write here also in short form, 1 coulomb means capital C per second. Electric current is a scalar quantity. Electric cell. A source is required to produce a uniform flow of charges in a circuit. Such a general device is an electric cell. Various types of electric cells are available today. These are used in a range of machines from wristwatches to submarines, and out of these you must be aware of solar cells. The main function of various electric cells is to maintain a constant potential difference between its two terminals. Dry cell. Now we will see the construction of a dry cell is as shown in the figure. You take a lead dry cell and remove its outer coating. Inside you will find a whitish metal layer. This is the zinc metal layer. This is the negative terminal of the cell. Now carefully break open this layer. There is another layer inside. An electrolyte is filled between these two layers. The electrolyte contains negatively charged and positively charged ions also. These are the carries of electricity. The electrolyte is a wet pulp of zinc chloride means ZnCl2 and ammonium chloride means NH4Cl. There is a graphite rod at the center of the cell. This is the positive terminal of the cell. A paste of manganese dioxide means MnO2 is filled outside the rod. Because of the chemical reactions of all these chemicals, electrical charge is produced on the two terminals. Which are they? Graphite rod and zinc layer, and an electric current flows in the circuit. Usefulness of dry cell. Compared to the electric cells using liquids, the shelf life of dry cell is longer. Dry cells are very convenient to use as these can be held in any direction with respect to ground and can be used in a mobile instruments.